Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Atiq Ahmad, with the third lecture. Today we will study the topic overhunting, introduction or removal of species, and rapid industrialization. We will start from the introduction. Overhunting, introduction or removal of species, and rapid industrialization are the major factors affecting biodiversity. So, in the last lecture, we studied the impact of human beings on biodiversity, and we have started various factors which affect the biodiversity. So, various human activities. We have discussed that which are the human activities which basically affect the biodiversity. So, today we will study some of those factors, those activities. Overhunting is one of that activities. Similar introduction and removal of species and rapid industrialization. We will study these three factors today. The teaching points are overhunting. Overhunting of animals like snakes, crocodiles, migratory birds, mammals, etc. for various purposes also cause of loss of biodiversity. Now, basically, humans are selfish, and they utilize the living organism for their own purposes, for their own benefits. Humans killed the snakes because of fear. Similarly, the humans also killed various other animals, tigers, lions, etc., because of the fear. So, as a result, the number and variety of snakes has decreased and the biodiversity decreased. Similarly, crocodiles, migratory birds, and mammals, these are overhunted by the humans. Migratory birds, for example, these are killed, these are hunted for meat. Similarly, mammals are hunted for meat, because their meat is used by humans, and humans is a selfish organism on the planet Earth. So human kill these various mammals and other animals for their own purposes. For example, the leather is obtained from various from the skin of various animals. So human kill those animals for leather, for meat, for other purposes. So as a result, the biodiversity is continuously decreasing. Now, government should impose ban on hunting of endangered and threatened species. Now, this is the responsibility of the government to have a ban, to have strong regulations on the hunting. There should be no overhunting, particularly the endangered species and the threatened species. We have already discussed in first lectures that these are those species whose number remains very much less. They are in the danger of extinction. So, government should strictly impose ban not to overhunt these animals. Not to overhunt, even we can say that not to hunt these animals. For example, markhor, for example, tiger, for example, Marco Polo sheep. These all are very important species, and they are now endangered. Their number become very much less. So there should be ban on the hunting, and this is the responsibility of the state as well as the awareness of the communities to not to overhunt these animals. Similarly, introduction of new species. Whenever a new species is introduced into an area, so it may become a threat for the other species, because it may be harmful for the other species of that particular area. Introduction of new species in an ecosystem may prove harmful for the existence of other species living there, because it may be a predator of other species living there. Yes, this is true. Whenever some new species is introduced into a particular area, suppose you introduced tiger or lion in a particular area, So it is the predator of deer. So the population of the deer will decrease. So the natural balance which is already there in that particular area, that is better, rather to introduce another animal into that particular area. So introduction of new species creates several problems because that animal which is introduced into a new area, that will be the predator of any other organisms. As a result, the population of the other organism will severely be affected, and that will be decreased. Similarly, removal of species from ecosystem also affect other species because it may be the food of other species in the ecosystem from which it is removed. Again, this is also true. If you remove one species from a particular ecosystem, from an environmental system, so that particular species is basically the prey of someone, and some other organism eat that particular organism. So if you remove that, so what that organism will do? You remove the food from that organisms. So whenever you remove any species from a particular ecosystem, so the predator of that organism that will be in danger because no food is available for that organism. So as a result, they will die out. Those organisms, those particular animal, they will die out. So removal of species also dangerous for any environmental system. Now rapid industrialization is another major cause because rapid industrialization causes pollution which is harmful for the species and ecosystem. Yes, it harms the species living in that small areas. This is absolutely true because rapid industrialization basically started in the 18th century and now it is at its peak. Now industrialization causes various types of pollution. Environment, it causes water pollution, it causes soil pollution, air pollution. So industrialization basically causes pollution in various forms, and this pollution basically affects various living organisms, various species. So ultimately the living organisms are affected and the biodiversity is affected. For example, the air pollution causes respiratory tract problems. So those organisms which are living in the highly industrialized areas, they will have severe respiratory tract problems and many of them will die out. So the biodiversity of that particular area will be decreased. So there should be controlled industrialization, and there should be regulatory bodies from the government to regulate those industries. This is the end of today's lecture. We'll see you inshallah in the next video lecture. Take care, dears. Allah Hafiz.